Hi everyone, I'm Lucie.
I'm Nicole.
And today we're going to share with you our favourite Herbalife Nutrition products and supplements. So if you've ever been thinking about using Herbalife Nutrition but you're not sure if it's worth it or where to start, we thought we'd share with you some products that we actually use that have helped us to get the results that we've got, and then hopefully we can help you to get those results too.
Great.
So Nicole,
do you
want to start with, what's your favourite product out of all of these on the table?
Ooh, it's a tough one, but I think my favorite, at least at the moment, will have to be the Formula One meal replacement shake, which I have every morning for breakfast.
Awesome.
And I love it so much because I love fruity flavors and I love strawberries. So this is called Strawberry Delight. And the reason I love it so much is just it's so, summery, even though we're not in summer, but
Gives you that taste of summer.
It does, doesn't it? And I just, it's so good.
Nice.
Ice cream. Tastes
Nice.
like ice cream.
So yes, for those of you wondering, by the way, pretty much everything here on the table is vegan, which obviously is so important. A couple of things might contain whey protein for people who are looking for whey, but if you are someone who's trying to go more plant-based, you know that that's a good thing, then from our experience, if you want to go plant-based, it is good. However, you must make sure that your body's still getting all the vitamins,
And the protein.
all the protein, all the minerals, all of that kind of stuff. Because obviously when you go plant-based, you can end up being a bit restricted in what you're eating. So,
Absolutely.
as you were saying, Nicole, so what do? You whip it up as a smoothie in the morning?
Yes, I whip it up as a smoothie. I only add water, ice. I add 2 scoops of the Formula One, and then my secret ingredient is I add extra protein.
Oh yeah, this is my
which is
fave.
the PDM protein drink mix,
Yes.
and it just adds more protein, and it gives your shake a lovely, thick, luscious texture and taste. Just makes it better.
Yeah, we're probably going to be talking a lot about protein throughout this whole video. So maybe before we go any further, I'm sure everyone already knows the importance of protein, but something that I remember before I got involved, before I started my journey, was I had no idea how much protein I should be having each day, and I also had no idea how much protein I was having each day. And I know it can be really hard to track, to be aware of how much you're having.
Yeah, definitely.
One thing I've learned, especially if your goal happens to be you want to tone up, you want to build strong, lean muscle, and that doesn't mean, getting really, really ripped, but it just means, having that kind of like fit, toned look, then protein is so key. It doesn't matter how many times you go to the gym or whatever, if you're not having enough protein, you won't get that kind of look.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
How much protein do you typically aim to have per day, Nicole?
Ooh, I think I typically aim to have about 40 to 50 grams, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know, how much do you aim?
I actually aim to have about 100 a day.
100?
100
Wow.
grams. 100 grams.
Wow.
Like they do say anywhere between 50 to 100 grams is ideal, depending on your goals and that kind of thing. And I think that's the point. There's no fixed rule, that we tell you a number and you have to hit that number. Like everyone's body is ultimately different.
Yeah.
Everyone gains muscle, gains fat at different rates. We as health coaches, normally when we're working with clients, we would help them on a one-to-one basis to find out exactly how much protein they need for their goal. So that's the kind of way that we personalize it for our clients. If your goal is 50 grams, 100 grams, 150 grams of protein per day, it can be tricky. Like if you're thinking, gosh, how many breasts of chicken
And how many,
how many
scrambled eggs and how much,
And then when you're vegan, the options, obviously you can get protein in plants, but you have to eat a ton
absolute
of
ton.
plants.
That's a lot of food.
Yeah.
So, very simple, all condensed into one simple shake. All the protein, vitamins and minerals that your body essentially needs, and it's so delicious.
Yeah, when you put these two together, that's actually about 25 grams done. Sorted.
Yeah.
In fact, I think you probably have more than 50 grams of protein now.
Possibly.
If you think about if one of these is
I
25
usually have
grams.
Yeah.
If you have 2 of these a day, that's 50 grams, and then you eat a healthy
Very
meal
true,
in the
actually.
evening, couple of protein
Protein snacks. Would you like one?
So this girl doesn't even really know how much protein she has per day, but hey, she's looking great. And I think actually maybe that's the point of this video, that sometimes we get really obsessed with the numbers. I don't know about you, but like before I started this journey with Herbalife Nutrition, I was always about like reading every label and counting calories and all of that kind of thing. And first of all, that confused me, but also I found it was so boring, you know, and especially if you're like going out for a meal with friends and stuff, it can be so hard
to be able to enjoy it and not, you know, worry so much.
So actually the real point, if we kind of, sometimes it's nice to be scientific, but sometimes it's nice to just not be.
Yeah.
And I just love how simple this is. Like, have a shake in the morning, have a few snacks, like one of these protein bars, for example.
So
we
good.
can move on to talking about these in a sec. That's 10 grams of protein just there. And then I don't count calories anymore. I don't worry about that kind of thing. I'm not thinking about reading all of the labels. I'm listening to my body. Maybe that's the thing to take away. Listen to your body. See how you feel. That was good. We didn't even plan that.
Yeah.
We're just so in sync. Yeah, and then before you know it, you're getting enough protein each day. You're getting the vitamins and minerals that you need without even having to think about it too hard. And I think that's really, really important, especially being a woman in the 21st century.
Absolutely. Always on the move, always busy.
Yeah, like you just basically, if we're honest, we just need to just grab and go.
Grab and go.
It's all nice in theory, thinking about, oh yes, you know, I'm gonna have this much and it's balanced and blah, blah, blah. Come on, the reality is you wake up, you already feel like you're running behind, so
gotta get to work.
Healthy fast food for the win has definitely been a game changer for me. Well, why don't we talk about what we're drinking right now?
That's a really good idea. Do you like our gorgeous mugs?
Currently we're drinking this original flavour of the Herbalife Nutrition tea.
Yes.
It's a really high quality herbal tea. And we also added a dash of the mango aloe vera. I remember when I first heard about aloe vera, I mean, I've always heard that it's good for your digestive system. I know how good it is if you have a sensitive digestive, like if you suffer with IBS or anything like that. But the downside to aloe normally is that aloe tastes
terrible,
horrible,
it's disgusting,
like bitter and yucky. But the good news is this one doesn't. This tastes like mango.
It tastes like you're drinking like tropical tea. That's
yes,
what it tastes like.
That's exactly what it's like.
Mango-y, lemony tea.
Yeah.
So.
And I know there's also a lot of, I remember there's a lot of herbal teas out there where you're like, oh my god, raspberry, this is going to be amazing. And you put the tea bag in, and then you smell it, and it smells amazing. But then you take a sip, and it's just like, you know?
Oh, no flavour really.
Whereas this actually tastes as good as it smells. So moving on from how great it tastes, there's another big reason why we like it, isn't it, Nicole?
Absolutely.
So do you want to tell them?
Right. So
what does it do?
In 1 cup, this cup that Lucie is busy drinking right here, she is actually burning 80 to 100 calories because it is sort of a thermogenic tea.
It is.
So that's the benefit. Whenever you have a big meal, after you go have brunch with your family, have a cup of tea. It's so easy. We put it in our handbag, don't we? We just take it around.
Take it with me everywhere.
Take it everywhere.
That's the crazy thing. Burning about 80 to 100 calories per cup. That's like running on the treadmill for 5 or 10 minutes. Not that we're saying don't exercise, but we're saying, hey, why not help the process along?
I think it
by
actually
boosting your metabolism.
Yeah, it boosts your metabolism.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it does.
So just as a disclaimer, this isn't like some kind of fat burner or dangerous. There's a lot of products out there. This is the reason why it does this, the reason why it has this healthy effect on the body is because it combines all sorts of really high quality herbal teas that have these natural effects on the body.
I see there's
so it's totally safe.
black tea, there's green tea,
hibiscus, cardamom,
there we go.
Orange pekoe, a few others, and they're grade A rather than like the cheap stuff in tea bags.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and it's actually pretty affordable too, isn't it? It's like 68p per cup, I think.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We're kind of talking you through our day actually, because we wake up in the morning, we make ourselves one of these, that takes about 30 seconds.
Literally.
Then we, I
have our
actually just have our shake, and while I'm having my shake, I'm boiling the kettle, make the tea, add the aloe. So we have it. We didn't mention how much this gives you energy as well.
There's actually a little bit of protein.
protein.
There's a little bit of caffeine in this.
Oh yes.
So if you want to ditch coffee,
yeah,
try and, you know, have less cups of coffee a day. This is what you should aim to drink instead, because it does give you that little boost of caffeine, so you feel a bit more energized and awake.
Yeah,
and you also feel
it's my
like,
life. Every day I have to have like 3-4 cups of this a day. I'm addicted.
So that's actually, it's amazing. This tea is really just, I call it magic tea.
Nice.
Anyways, shall we talk about this?
Okay, on the subject of
product?
coffee. Okay, so how many of you watching this right now, how many of you actually love a good Starbucks or love going to
I do.
a coffee shop, picking up an iced coffee for yourself, maybe a frappuccino? Even though you know that there's probably about 500 calories worth of sugar and fat, but they just taste so good.
It tastes so good.
So if you're, I mean, hey, we admit we're also, you know, it tastes good. We're addicted to that kind of stuff too.
I really do love coffee.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen you. When we went to that event last weekend, you were like, I'm just going to Starbucks.
Just going to Starbucks.
But the good news is, if that is something where it's maybe like a regular habit of yours, we have now started using this, which is a high protein iced coffee. So if you're wondering, just to give you an idea of what it tastes like, we've done some taste tests.
We have.
In fact, I think there's another video we do where we do a
Yes.
blindfold taste test.
Yeah.
We'll link that video
We'll link it
somewhere
below,
around this
yeah.
one. That was funny. And basically what we did is we tested this against some of the other leading iced coffees that are out there at the market. And I can promise you guys, this tastes as good, if not better, actually, than a lot of iced coffees out there, because you don't end up feeling sick afterwards because it's
milk or
right, exactly.
You know,
I think the difference
sugar.
is it tastes just as good, but it's really low in fat, it's really low in sugar. In fact, I think it's only got like stevia. Yeah, so stevia is, and coconut oil creamer. Ooh, nice. So yeah, basically it still has that nice flavour, that nice texture, and the added bonus that by drinking one of these iced coffees, you get an extra 15 grams of protein.
And that is unbelievable.
That is like, you wouldn't get that from other iced coffees, but when you have this one, you get that added bonus thrown in. So if you're looking, again, like we were saying, to have that more fit toned physique and also to keep your body fuller for longer, the best way to be able to like fight against that 4 p.m. crash where you get really, really hungry and you end up going for biscuits, the best way to avoid that is by gradually feeding your body with protein all day long. That's something I learned early on in my fitness journey, and it completely changed the game for me. Then I found my abs, basically. As soon as
and she has killer abs.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see them in this lighting, but they're popping a little bit of them. Yeah, speaking about the 4 p.m. crash, or the 11 a.m.
My
hunger
grail.
time.
I honestly love this product so much, and this is my favorite flavor. I think it's your
Oh,
favorite.
me too,
flavor
me too.
So do you want one? I think I'm gonna have
Yeah,
one.
thanks. So there's 3 different flavors of this kind of protein bar. This is our favorite.
So good.
Oh yeah, so
Wow.
yeah, it was great.
So yeah,
this is
like this.
This is the citrus lemon flavor. I think it actually tastes like Terry's chocolate orange. You know, that kind of
oh my God, yeah.
orange chocolate.
It's very
Yeah.
good. Nice consistency as well.
Yeah, not too chewy.
And it's not like your average protein bar. It's really not. Some protein bars I feel very full, just gross.
Yeah.
This just gives you that little zing.
It's light, but it keeps you going.
It really does.
Also, what I think is great, like, let's just be honest, if we're talking about supplements, healthy eating, sometimes it can seem like it's an expensive thing to do. Like if you want to go for the healthy options at the supermarket and everything, they do for some reason put the prices up on a lot of healthy foods. So like if you go to the supermarket and you get a protein bar, sometimes it can cost £2.50, £3, maybe even more. Whereas these ones, they come in a box, so you get 14 at a time, and I think they're about 95p per bar. So once again, if you want something that's like, if you want something that's like good for you but also good for the bank account, then none of these things are expensive. In fact, they're actually, when you work it out like serving by serving, everything here is cheaper than if you were to go out and get a meal deal or you know, grab a food on the go. So that for me is great because a lot of people, I think, feel like healthy eating can't be for them because they might not be making a lot of money.
Absolutely, yeah.
Whereas this can help you save money and also to be on your healthy journey.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, this one. Okay, not that we promote diet culture, but come on, let's be honest. When you've got a holiday coming up and you've got, let's say, 2 weeks before you're about to be in a bikini by the swimming pool, we don't promote that you should go on a quick fix diet.
No.
However, like, because we stay healthy all year round, we
do.
use all of this stuff all year round because it just makes us feel good
Really,
all
really
year
good.
round. Like, it's February right now and we can feel confident enough to wear crop tops. I mean, that didn't used to be the case, okay? So if you want to just be able to feel your best all year round, that's the kind of vibe that we promote. But let me tell you, when it comes to like a couple of weeks before the holiday,
You feel a little bloated.
yeah, and you just want to get a little bit even more leaner.
Yeah.
Especially, maybe it's a girl thing, but maybe guys can relate to this as well. Sometimes the tummy area is the area where you just want to feel like really confident about it before you're going out to the swimming pools and stuff. The swimming pools, that sounded really weird, but hey, you guys know what I mean. So this product, oat apple fiber, okay? I'm sure you all have heard before the importance of fiber and that you need like 25 grams a day of it and all of this kind of stuff.
By the way, these shakes do have 4 grams of fiber.
Cool, so it all adds up.
Yeah, so if you add a scoop of that, you have even more fiber.
This is what, 10 grams per thing?
I think it is, actually.
Hang on, whoa, like 74 grams over 100 grams. 5 grams per 100
I
milliliters.
honestly find, personally, I struggle to eat fiber. I don't know why. It's just in my diet every day.
Yeah.
Or the meals that I eat.
I couldn't tell you how much fiber was in the food that I was eating. I could probably estimate how much protein I was getting in a meal, but I could never tell you how many grams of fiber that meal was giving me. Not only that, but I didn't realise that there are actually 2 separate kinds of fiber that your body needs. Did you know that?
No, I'd love to learn more.
Right, so basically, well, let me tell you then. So, there are 2, I feel like I should put on my glasses and teach a lesson here. Okay, so basically, there are 2 types of fiber, soluble fiber and insoluble fiber. Okay. That basically means that if you were to look at them under a microscope, soluble fiber sort of dissolves out, kind of like if you cook porridge oats, imagine we're under a microscope, right? And then a porridge oat, when you cook it and cook it and cook it, it just breaks down into nothing. Whereas rice, for example, you can cook it and cook it and cook it, and it kind of maintains its consistency, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like, imagine those 2 images that you've got in your mind. That's like soluble and insoluble fiber. And your body actually needs both kinds of fiber every single day in order to digest your food properly and in order to get rid of the food properly. Who knows what I'm talking about? I'm gonna spare you the details, okay? This is something where, okay, I'm just gonna cut all of the BS. We're gonna talk about going to the toilet right now, okay? Because it's a subject that people don't talk about, but did you know that if you don't go to the toilet regularly, you're not alone? Like 7 out of 10 people don't actually, they're not constipated or the other way around, the other extreme, or they're just feeling so bloated, like maybe you do go to the loo but you still feel like you're still
almost
full.
as though you don't know why. You have a little meal or a little snack and you're bloated.
Yeah.
You don't understand, but why? Like, why am I get bloated just by eating a little piece of, I don't know.
Right, and I used to be like that, and I used to think it was connected to the amount of food I was eating.
Yes.
So to try and get rid of that bloated feeling, I was just eating less and less and less to try and flatten the stomach. It didn't work, by the way. That's not connected to why you get bloated. The fiber and the lack of it is what causes bloating. So when I started using this product, after I'd say about 3 days of using it, I didn't notice it at first, but after 3 days, I went to the toilet, and let me just tell you, it was the most satisfying trip to the toilet that I've ever had. And I'm not afraid to share that with you guys because I think too many people are embarrassed to talk about this. And then if you're there struggling with your digestive system, no one's there to help you, okay?
Exactly.
So we don't care, we're here to just tell it to you straight. I found, as I said, really satisfying trip to the loo, and I swear, I feel like lost about an inch around this area here. Because
Wow.
if you're feeling thick around here, some of it might be fat, yes, but some of it might just be that there's
water
stuff
retention
and food
and
poo. I just said it. Okay, there's poo in there that shouldn't be in there anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, get rid of it, and this helps. So there we go.
That's what it is.
It's great before a bikini shoot or a holiday
And it literally
or
tastes
any
like
time of the year.
apple pie.
That's true. Yeah.
It tastes like apple pie.
So we love it. So you can add that to your shake. I sometimes have it as a hot drink before bed as
Me
well.
too.
That's really nice.
Sometimes I
If
actually
you have
add
those cravings.
just 1 scoop of the protein drink mix because it's just a little bit of protein, and then 1 scoop of the oat apple fiber, and I have it with hot water, and I have that before bed. It's actually quite nice. Yeah.
Nice.
Little apple pie, little drink.
I think after we finish filming, let's make ourselves a cup of what you just said.
Okay.
Sounds good.
The
Cool, amazing.
Tri-blend.
We saved the best till last, guys.
And
Okay.
this is actually one of the newest products
Yeah.
in the Herbalife Nutrition
How
range.
cool is this pouch, by the
It's
way?
actually
So
beautiful.
like eco-friendly.
It is, isn't it?
It's cool. Okay, so what is Tri-blend?
Tri-blend, because it's tri means 3. So it's, what is it? It's pea protein,
Yeah.
hemp,
No.
flax,
Yes.
and chia, not chia. Quinoa! Woo! I got it!
Yay. Just read the label, it tells you
Yeah, it
everything.
tells you.
So pea, quinoa, and flaxseed,
Okay.
exactly. So maybe you're thinking, why try? Why do you need 3 different kinds of plant-based protein? Well, the reason why is because, did you know, if you are eating animal meat and dairy products and that kind of thing, then the protein that you get from animals gives you the full spectrum of amino acids that your body actually needs to build muscle, repair muscle, and all of that kind of good stuff. But with plants, although it's possible to get that, there's not very many plants that contain the full spectrum of amino acids. In fact, I think it's only soya is the only kind, correct me if I'm wrong. So if you don't want soya, but you still want the full spectrum of amino acids, then you have to combine 3 different kinds of plants in order to get the full spectrum that your body needs. So I know there's a lot of people out there where maybe they go for a vegan protein powder, and it might just be like rice protein,
Yes.
or hemp, or that kind of thing, or pea protein. But you have to get the full spectrum in order for it to really be doing your body what it needs.
Makes sense.
So yeah, so
Yeah.
that's why we've got Tri-blend. I'm pretty sure it's the only, or at least one of the only vegan protein powders out there that does this full spectrum thing.
And I think, honestly, isn't that what everyone is looking for?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. That's what I've been looking for.
There you go.
And I have it now. And I love it.
Problem solved. So I think it's also like what? Vegan, gluten-free, high in protein, high in fiber as well. Another big fiber one.
Yeah.
And the really good thing as well, like let's say, I would also say the good thing about why I love Herbalife Nutrition is that there's something suited to each person's goals. Okay, that's why it's the biggest nutrition brand in the world, because it's not just like we only do vegan or whatever, we only do whatever. Exactly, or only do shakes. So there's different things depending on what your personal goals are. If you're vegan, if you're not vegan, if you're gluten-free, if you're not gluten-free, or whatever. So these ones, for example, these breakfast shakes, the summer berries, the mint chocolate, banana cream, whatever flavor you like.
Those are all vegan.
They're all vegan.
All vegan.
They have the equivalent of half an apple worth of sugar. Half an apple of fruit sugar, it's nothing. And actually your body does actually need a little bit of sugar to give you the energy, because we live off that. We need energy to survive, right? So these are perfectly good for you. But if you happen to be someone where you're like even more strict on your sugar, and you're like, you know what, I don't even want half an apple, I want even less than that, then this is the product for you, okay? The consequence of this is it doesn't taste, these taste like ice cream.
It really tastes like ice cream.
These taste seriously like, I went to an American diner and had like a really unhealthy milkshake, and I was like, oh man, this tastes just like my healthy one at home, and this is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
So it's good though, it shows that this is literally just like an American Diner milkshake. This one is definitely more of a neutral flavor. So if flavor isn't your top priority, but keeping super raw and clean is your priority, then I would say go for this one for sure. Fab!
Amazing.
Cheers.
Just to make it clear, we don't live off only these products, okay?
No.
We incorporate them in a healthy and balanced lifestyle. We don't even call it a diet because it's not. Not on a diet. I'm never actually watching what I eat. I'm enjoying, I'm living, and I'm never depriving myself or my body of things that I enjoy. We just literally incorporate all of these, you know, instead of drinking another tea or coffee, I will drink this instead, and I love it.
Yeah.
Instead of eating pancakes or, I don't know, eggs and bacon and like a full overloaded caloric breakfast, I'll have a shake in the morning. I feel great, I feel energized.
Have you ever tried making pancakes with this, by the way? Healthy
I actually
pancakes.
have.
So you can still have your pancakes and eat them too.
Yeah.
If you could take anything away from this video, I think it's like, since we've discovered finding this balance that we now have, where we can guarantee our bodies all the nutrition it needs, but we still don't ever have to worry about what we're eating, counting numbers and all of that stuff. You know, we just want to let you know that if eating and your body and everything is something that kind of stresses you out or causes you any anxiety, or you feel like you need to be strict or that it's going to be really hard to achieve your goals, we're here to say that that's not what life should be about, and that's not what just having the healthy body that you're meant to have should be about either. You know, as you say, like, food should be something that we enjoy. It should be pleasurable, and you shouldn't ever feel guilty after eating something that's not perfect or whatever. So that's what we promote. That's what we have in our whole client community. A lot of the time with our clients, we're actually helping them to change their mindset around food, change their mindset around their body, and help them to actually understand that, oh, hang on a second, maybe I've been doing it the hard way for all of these years, and a lot of them come back to us saying, oh my God, I thought this was gonna be harder than it was. This actually just feels so good. I never have to worry anymore. I'm feeling so confident.
Confidence.
Yeah, the confidence we see that comes out of our clients is so rewarding.
It is rewarding. It's so rewarding.
It really, really is.
Yeah, you should just be happy in your own skin.
Yeah, you totally deserve it, to feel your absolute best. No matter what your age, your gender, anything like that, you deserve to feel your absolute best. And we're here to help you with that. So if you feel at all inspired or interested to try some of this stuff out yourself, and of course to have our coaching and love and support every step of the way, then feel free to get in touch with us. The details to contact us are always below, and we would love to hold your hand every step of the way, wherever you are in the world, by the way.
Wherever you are.
Yeah, our community is completely international, and yeah, we would love to have some more people on board in our community. That would be amazing.
Absolutely.
So if you liked this video, make sure to help us know that you liked it by hitting the thumbs up button.
The thumbs up
button. And what else do they need to do, Nicole?
Click the notification bell ding, 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 to see when our new videos are up. And subscribe.